Little Put and King Mole. Little Put returned to the Troll Wood and the Green Planet. When Egon the Lake Troll put his head above water and said boo, he had scared the children. They had run away deeper into the wood. It was very dark and Little Put fell into a big hole in the ground. He fell through the hole and landed in an underground cave. Fortunately, he could light his space horns to see around the cave. The first thing Little Put spotted was a big mole with a crown on his head. The mole looked friendly and said to Little Put, "Hello, little man. Welcome to my cave. My name is King Mole. I am the king of the underground world. I live down here because my eyes cannot cope with all the sunlight above the ground." King Mole asked Little Put, "So who are you, my little friend? And how did you get down here?" Little Put answered, "I live on the Green Planet. I was visiting my friends in the Troll Wood. It was dark and I fell in a hole, and now I'm here in your cave." King Mole said to Little Put, "Well, when you get hungry, there are plenty of worms and caterpillars you can eat. They taste deliciously, and I love them. See for yourself how big and fat I have become by eating lots of them. This is the food I can offer, and as you can see, there's plenty." Little Put was soon feeling hungry, but didn't like the idea of eating worms. He carefully grabbed one worm and was about to take a bite when suddenly the worm shouted, "Ow!" and Little Put got frightened. But Little Put was hungry and soon learned to fill his stomach with worms and caterpillars. A millipede lived inside the cave as well. It had no concern that anyone would eat it. The millipede had so many legs it could quickly escape. A beetle lived there too. It was called Mr. Pinch. All the underground creatures were afraid of it. Mr. Pinch had a big beak. If you got too close, he could pinch you, and that would hurt. Nevertheless, Little Put quickly became friends with Mr. Pinch. It turned out that Mr. Pinch was actually a little afraid of Little Put because of his space horns. Little Put was happy in the company of King Mole and his new friends. Every day, Little Put ate lots of worms to fill his stomach. 1 year passed since Little Put had got lost, and he missed his family on the Green Planet and his friends from the Troll Wood. One day, King Mole was curious to see what life was like above ground. He dug a big hole with his paws and put his head up above the soil and into the sunlight. Right away, Little Put followed him, and soon he was back in the Troll Wood. Rusty Suze was strolling in the wood when she heard a child crying. She looked around and saw Little Put sat behind a tree crying. Rusty Suze had not forgotten about her friend Little Put, and she was very happy to see him again. Rusty Suze asked Little Put where he'd been for so long. "We never thought we would see you again." Right away, Little Put was very happy, and when he saw his friend Rusty Suze, he told her the whole story. When Little Put was done, Rusty Suze said to him, "What a terrifying story, poor Little Put. Now it's time to return to your family on the Green Planet. I'll talk to Rusty Papa, then we will take you in the Rusty Bus back to your family." Right after that, the Rusty Bus arrived in the Troll Wood with Rusty Papa and Rusty Buster on board. The Rusty Bus travelled to the Green Planet. There was great happiness among the family when they saw Little Put. Little Put's mother was in tears and said, "We never imagined we would see you again. Now it's time for you to get some proper food," Little Put's mother said. "And tonight you will sleep together with all of us in the big heaven bed. You will have to promise us that you'll never again go on adventures when your mother and father are asleep."